LawLiet versus 1-2-0. Our second semi-final of the Doubi Cup. Who's gonna advance here in this best of 5 and play in the final against SOC tomorrow? LawLiet from South Korea or 1-0 from China. Let's go! Let's find out who it shall be. We're starting off on Last Refuge. 1-0, bottom right with the ghoul build. LawLiet, top right with the neutral hero build. Pog Champ. I haven't seen this against Undead in forever. This is, of course, very familiar to us in the matchup against Human, where Night Elves always do this with a Beastmaster. And that's the point of the Beastmaster. The Beastmaster is incredibly strong at level 1 creeping. It allows you to take out the Merc camp right away, more camps after, get level 3 super fast, pick up big items. And I think this is a hard read on LawLiet's side that 1-2-0 just simply doesn't scout. If this is scouted and the Undead harasses it, this could be a complete disaster. But it's not going to be scouted. We have an Acolyte over here. 1-2-0 might be trying to fast expand. It looks like it. Sacrificial Skull. 3 ghouls. Let's go. And it's the Beastmaster. Hells yeah. Going Bear first. I would have expected Quill Beast rather. Maybe just level 1 Bear for creeping. The level 1 Bear is indeed very good for creeping. But against ghouls, Quill Beasts are very good. And the fact that no Night Elf is around here to harass is very suspicious. 1-2-0 must be beginning to wonder what's going on here. Why is there no harass happening? Oh, great item for the Beastmaster. Larry Flute accuracy, especially for the early game. And also later for Dryads. Gonna be very strong.
Player's forces are under attack.
1-2-0 is not attacking. He's expanding. Beastmaster already level 2. We have a second Ancient of War. And LawLiet might be overcommitting to this aggression right now. Double Ancient of War, Hunts, and Beastmaster. Very cool. Harassing with the summons, creeping still with the Beastmaster, getting closer to level 3. Good whisk scout again by LawLiet. Sees the Undead creeping the Merc camp, but he doesn't have a Telestaff, so there's not really anything you can do about it right now. And this is pretty reminiscent of Lucy, right? Lucy in his game against Colorful also oftentimes faked these early expansions and then just teched instead and decided to expand later.
Player's forces are under attack.
Beastmaster about to get level 3 over here at the green camp. Wait, did he cancel the Engine of War? I think he did, right? Yeah. DK gets level 3. Quathala's boots are not the best. Is he gonna sell them? Yes. There we go. Beastmaster level 3. What's he gonna skill? I'm normally the biggest fan of the bear. But against ghouls, yeah, Quill Beasts seem to be the better choice. With the DK around, coils at the ready. Don't think he's gonna be getting any kills here. 1-2-0 making sure he's not suffering any unnecessary losses. Beastmaster doesn't have boots, so he needs to be careful about not getting surrounded. That could easily happen. Now rejoining back up with his army. And the DK can easily get kills here. Oh, deny on the archer though.
A player's forces are under
Tier 3 starting. And, you know, Beastmaster is really good at pressuring and also at expanding early if he wants. But in one base, it's a different story. And I think 1-0 reacted very smartly. Upon seeing a Beastmaster, he knows the late game belongs to him in a straight up game. And I would definitely give the edge to the undead right now. Expansion is close to done. So the plan for LawLiet will be mass dryads like crazy. And you know what? He's also going to have a bear against the fiends, which could be pretty decent. Although that bear can also be sniped pretty fast. 1-0 is expanding. This should ideally be cancelled. Oh, no Wisp Scout right here by LawLiet. This could be painful. And now the Lich is ready as well. So Coil Nova can easily lead to kills at this part in the game. Look at the vision for LawLiet. Sentry, Sentry, Quill Beast, Wisps, Wisp. And I think this expansion is going to finish. I think the Quill Beast saw it too late. In fact, the Tree of Life is being found. It's unlikely that LawLiet is going to lose the Tree of Life here, but with his attack, 1-0 ensures that his own expansion is going to be finishing. Oh. No Nova on the Berserker. Kind of weird. Oh, wait a minute. The zoo is here. The zoo did get the cancel. Oh, that's huge. That is so important for LawLiet. If this expansion finishes, he's going to be in big trouble.
The player's forces are under attack.
Double slaughterhouse, by the way. So 1-0 is definitely expecting dryads. And he wants to have A-bombs and wagons ready. But look at that. LawLiet going tier 3 with the Expo. No second hero yet. Should be adding in a Naga though, I think, right? This is a cool game. Very rare to see these kind of unusual strategic games. Let's go to the Beast. Very bad. That's going to have to be a sell. May also have to TP out. Going over against the Beastmaster. Yep, hit scroll wouldn't have saved him. And there we go. Destroyer form. A-bombs coming in right away.
The player's forces are under attack.
Once 1-0 is at 50 supply, you can still easily expand here, probably. Expansion already pretty well protected. Beastmaster's super hurt. He needs this shop badly. Oh! Heal scroll had to be used there to be safe. And a shredder purchase as well. That looks a bit greedy. But I guess he needs some lumber. The lumber wisps went over to the expansion. And now the shredder is gonna harvest for the team.
A town is under siege.
Oh, he needs the shop to finish very badly. The 1-0 is attacking already. The Frenzy Ghouls putting in good damage. There's no Nature's Blessing here, mind you. LawLiet shows up to defend. The aura, by the way, on the Dryad's only +1. So it's not that much. Coil Nova, easy snipe. That's the thing about a Beastmaster here. He's always going to be getting Coil Nova because there's nothing else to Coil Nova, as the rest is Dryads. The tier 3 so far for LawLiet hasn't really paid off. He's going to get lots of bonus experience. But that's going to be it. This Master losing a lot of health. That health stone was certainly a wonderful find for him. And the disease is starting to be spread. 1-0 going into upkeep, not expanding here. Not yet.
A player's forces are under attack.
It's very hard to play for LawLiet. He's got the expansion, yes, but he has no good late game. Dryad and Beastmaster both are very bad late game. Good in the mid game. Not in the late game. Healthstone finally had to be committed, so no regen from that now anymore either. And no upgrades yet on these Dryads, that hurts. Lich gets the level 3 with one more kill. A meat wagon here could also be crazy effective. Oh, there they are. Double meat wagons. One to deal with the Dryads, one to deal with the Expo, perhaps. This expansion is definitely going down. Heal scroll committed, but it's only Dryads. The damage is really limited. With a few summons being called to aid every now and then. But the Destroyer is well positioned, never wasting that one away. Beastmaster in trouble again. Oof. About to fall. He finally gets level 5. But that seems too late. 1-0 with the signature mass statues. Has 4 of them on the ground here. But he has to call it GG. 1-0 lead for 1-0. The Beastmaster, a cool idea. But not quite working out in the end. I think LawLiet was hoping for 1-0 to just blindly go through with the expansion. To try to... what's the word I'm looking for? Brute force it. To brute force the Expo. But 1-0 adjusting very smartly. He cancels his tech, goes tier 3 instead, as he knows that the Beastmaster will have a very tough time in the late game. When that he's just crashed. Please don't start without me, boys. Oof. There we go. Okay. We made it. One-no lead for the Chinese. 1-0. Last year especially, but also this year, he's been looking so strong. Online competitions will always, not always, oftentimes, go to him. The multiple-time TED Cup champion. The second place finisher in AWL, where he almost defeated Lin. But yeah, the Beastmaster experiment didn't work out too well there. Oh, DKP earlier. Dude, I'm sorry, I didn't see your donation. 20€ donation says, "Hi, Remo, thanks for the streaming. Lying here in the sun of Portugal and enjoying my vacation with your stream. Greetings, Dirty Camp and Peasant." Damn, dude, that's cool. I wish you a very pleasant stay in Portugal. And a great vacation. I always wanted to go to Portugal as well. Especially Lisbon. I've heard a lot of great things about. But I never got to yet. And thank you also, Grills, 38-month resub. And Zico with a 43 months. Thank you guys. We are loading into map number 2. Let's take a look what we get here. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a Beastmaster again. That would be crazy. It's time to return to the norm. Oh my god, or is it? Wait a minute. No way. No way. No way. LawLiet is playing a neutral hero build again. What is going on? The big sensation of the group stage was that Happy was defeated by LawLiet and by 15 Sway. There, LawLiet did it with straight up, solid, old school play Demon Hunter Naga. And now he's playing 2 neutral heroes in a row. And if he does it on maps like LR, I can understand, because there the undead can fast expand and is perhaps likely to fast expand. But this is Concealed Hill. There's no way 1-0 is ever gonna fast Expo. And this time 1-0 is scouting as well. What is this gonna be? The problem for Night Elf is, if you go 1 base, 1 base, you have to have strong heroes to have a chance in the late game. And that is normally only the Demon Hunter who has a chance. Sometimes, maybe a Warden. But a Warden is very hard to make work. Okay, what's the hero, chat? What's the hero? Is it Alchemist? Yeah, LawLiet sometimes played the Goblin strat with Alchemist and Tinker, and that was very cool. But I wouldn't say it's very good.
A player's forces are under attack.
He's not revealing the hero yet. He's not revealing the hero yet. Now he will. Alchemist. No way, dude. No shot. Oh my god. That is crazy.
A player's forces are under attack.
Did 1-0 see it? I'm not sure, but I bet he must have. I mean, it's very important to find out what the hero is. And LawLiet is just leaving him alone. If the undead is left alone, he can just creep level 3 and creep the natural super easy on this map. This is so weird. This is so strange. Good items for the Alchemist to do damage if he goes Acid Bomb and Thingamajig. What's the other spell called again? Chemical Rage? This is so strange. And there you see it. DK level 3 already. Good items. Very good items.
A player's forces are under attack.
The thing is, Lich with Frost Armor is insanely good against Alchemist. Because the only thing the Alchemist can do is throw Acid Bomb on a target and chase after it with Chemical Rage. And Frost Armor is the perfect counter. The Alchemist is very fast with those boots and Chemical Rage.
A player's forces are under attack.
It's pretty sick. Expansion is coming. It won't be cancelled. 1-0 though knows about it.
Town is under siege.
See a Shredder. And a Hunter's Hall. Oh, this is looking rough, boys. This is looking rough. Ouch. That's 3 archers down. And a 4th. Oh my goodness. LawLiet, always a treat to watch. Very innovative. A genius in many ways. Will oftentimes revolutionize the meta. But every now and then he hits a dud. Where the strat doesn't seem to work too well. Only 2 Moonwells, by the way. The region is very limited. LawLiet has 18 supply.
A player's forces are under attack.
What 1-0 also did very smartly was not involve the ghouls in the harass. Alchemist with Acid Bomb and Archers is really good against ghouls. So just kept them safe in the main, waiting for tier 3 to finish. And the Lich comes out going for the Ogre Lord right away.
A player's forces are under attack. Town is under siege.
Not so easy to creep though. With the DK here now, and Coil Nova should be able to get it easily. Let's see, is it another great item? Not even using the spells. Word of Cunning is good.
A player's forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
Alright, Alchemist got a level 4. I tell you what LawLiet needs to win this game is Alchemist level 6. With Transmute, he has a chance. Needs a bit more experience, though.
A player's forces are under attack.
1-0's lining up for the push. Going for a 3rd hero. What's he gonna choose? Tinker? Naga 3rd. Another way to kite the Alchemist. And here we see Frost Armor for the first time. They should of course be abolished for LawLiet. Ooh, but he doesn't have it yet. No abolish means no dispel. Acid Bomb against the ghouls, but they're being pulled back pretty well. The weird thing also with the Alchemist is, as long as Chemical Rage is active, you're pretty good, but without Chemical Rage, you're a sad joke again. Especially with Cold Arrow and Frost Armor. It's a rough time. Alchemist forced to TP against the coil. And that AP won't stand for long. Man. We appreciate it when players play off meta. It's very interesting. It's very fun to see. But so far today, it's not leading to too much success yet. And of course, there's so many coils available for 1-0. He's not getting burned. He's been pretty conservative with his usage. The statues keep on regenerating. DK level 4. Yikers. Maybe after seeing the Blood Mage, LawLiet also wanted to have some fun and wanted to please the crowd with unusual play, but no, this is not gonna happen. Not here. Not against 1-0 in this flawless shape. Strategically, perfectly adapting on map 1. Wonderful scouting by 1-0 always, and he's not being caught off guard by these weird strats. Game number 2, perfect creep route, perfect creep jack, kills all the archers, gets off his tier 3 timing, and LawLiet doesn't have a chance in the big fight. And yeah, the Beastmaster and the Alchemist did not work. 1-0 now, one map away from making it into the grand final. The Undead could potentially make it into the grand final without dropping a single map. He defeated Focus 3-0 in the quarterfinals and didn't lose a map in the group stage either. 1-0 looking terrifyingly strong. Is it Firelord time now? I think Firelord is the best hero against Undead out of the ones we've seen so far. He's a great orb carrier with fast level 3 and boots and lava spawn. He can oftentimes be strong enough to ensure an early expansion. But of course, you know, he's not that great in the late game. Against Happy, LawLiet found victory with a Demon Hunter standard play. Is it time to return to that now? Or what is it going to show us? Lots of options available to LawLiet. Of course, against Undead, Keeper, Demon Hunter, and Warden are always playable, all having different strengths and weaknesses. But LawLiet showing today that even a neutral hero is in the cards. Our third map, Echo Isles, is one of the best maps in the pool for a neutral hero. It is also, coincidentally, the best map for Dark Ranger first. A strat that used to be played a long time ago, but has the same issues that most Tavern heroes do. And that is that they are simply weak in the late game. Alright, no nonsense here. LawLiet this time going for a normal Ultra build with an Ancient of War at the Merc. And with that, he is willingly allowing 1-0 to fast expand if 1-0 wants to. And that should mean either Demon Hunter or Warden. And LawLiet being LawLiet, I would expect a Warden now. And the problem of Demon Hunter and Warden, whether it's this creep route or another, is that they're always very bad against fast expo. I wonder if LawLiet is trying to mind game his opponent right now. Oh, it is Demon Hunter, actually. If he's trying to mind game 1-0. 1-0 was thinking about a fast expo on LR already. Prepped the natural, saw no harass, and then decided not to expand. So maybe now LawLiet hopes that by not being aggressive, 1-0 is going to be concerned and will not be expanding. And for that reason, 1-0 is scouting with the Acolyte. He could make another Acolyte here and still expand. And he sees the Ancient of War at the Merc. LawLiet can't get the Shadow Priest. 1-0 could steal it, but he's missing some gold right now. And 1-0 is just going for the Expo. He saw the Demon Hunter, and with that 1-0 knows he can freely expand. Creeping this with 3 ghouls. Yesterday it was making me a little bit mad that Lucy kept on creeping with 4 ghouls. If you creep with 4 ghouls, you don't have any lumber. 1-0 here, adjusting better. Oh wow, and a super fast counter expo by LawLiet. Delaying his tech by a long time.
A player's forces are under attack.
Trying to counter expand quickly. And he's got the right hero to go into the late game, of course. Demon Hunter and Panda are extremely good late game heroes. The question is if he's going to be able to keep up in economy with his opponent. Great crystal ball usage. LawLiet knows exactly what's going on and also shows to his opponent that he knows where he is. As if to say, I know what you're up to, bro. You better be careful. Fast level 3 on the DK. The Demon Hunter also gonna get it. But the expansion for the Undead is certainly quite a bit faster. Demon Hunter is looking for some free kills if he can. Oh, 1-0. Forgot to make Acolytes. That's a pretty big mistake. These 2 Acolytes are late. There's gonna be some income lost. Oh, this is nice by 1-0. He's trying to snipe the Ogre Magi quickly before the Demon Hunter or the Night Elf second hero can do so. Does secure the kill, gets the Scroll of the Beast. Can be pretty good for a Fiend army. But of course you would have hoped for something better. Alright, here comes the final Acolyte. And with that the tier 2 finally begins. That was the one small mistake by 1-0. Having the 5th Acolyte late, and with that also the tech late. The Night Elf tech is much, much faster. But in return, the expansion is a lot slower. 1-0 trying to get this around. Oh, did he steal the item? Yes, he did. Nicely done. Demon gets the item. He's got the boots. He's very speedy. And he gets out of there. Doesn't want to get surrounded here. Losing the TP would be annoying. Of course. Units just kept at home. Too worried about them getting caught. Both playing a really good game here so far, if you ask me. But if 1-0 tries to go for 70 supply timing, it could be very hard for LawLiet to have the forces ready to hold on against it. He's going to need a Panda 3 as soon as he can. Good thing for LawLiet is he is the king of creeping. And he's going to be picking up a Panda here in a moment. I would be very surprised to see everything but a Panda here.
Forces are under attack.
And there he is. Jinto Reedwine. Baron Paranold. I always feel like that sounds like some kind of alcohol. Like some brandy or something. Paranold. For the distinguished gentleman.
A player's forces are under attack.
LawLiet's gonna try to use his map control with the second hero on Dryads to keep on creeping aggressively, especially this camp. Normally, the Night Elves will try to steal. 1-0 has a good idea what the Panda is up to. Without mana, though, he can't do too much here. Oh, he needs some mana burn. Yeah, that was important. Oh, surround on the DK. Has to staff out. Taking a lot of damage. Does save himself. One archer almost died. Oh, what's going on here? Wolves and fiends running into the creep camp. That was kind of weird. Tier 3 is coming for 1-0. I'd love to see double slaughterhouse. I'm always a big fan of double slaughterhouse. Fast A-bombs, fast destroyers. And the Demon Hunter's back, harassing. He also got the Emo Potion and Heal Scroll from the shop. That's a big deal. Ooh. Almost got surrounded there. LawLiet doing a good job limiting the undead creep speed as much as he can, while the panda keeps on creeping on his side. Is he skipping Dryads? No. Early Ancient of Wind. I like that. He's gonna need Hippogriffs. Very, very soon.
A player's forces are under
Oh, look at the Demon Hunter. Very nicely done by LawLiet. Draining so much mana out of the undead. All the mana is gone, especially before their statues. This Demon Hunter Harass is extremely effective. Speaking of statues, they could be made now. There's the second slaughterhouse. My man. Oh, can he get a fiend maybe? Without an Orb of Venom, not too likely. And there we go. 1-0 pushing into upkeep now. He's gonna have a very big army very soon. LawLiet needs to get ready. LawLiet can go into upkeep very soon as well. Only a single wind worries me a bit. Don't know if he can keep up production with just one wind. Big level up here for the DK. Level 4 is a huge deal. With the improved aura for the big armies that we're going to be seeing very soon. Armor upgrade. Oh, 2. The fiends are on 2-0 already. Wow, that's very quick.
A player's forces are under attack.
Frenzy upgrade. And soon we're going to see a push. Probably going to have to go for a heal straw at the shop. Yep, indeed. And 1-0 wants to push early. Even before 70 supply. But LawLiet pushing into upkeep quickly himself. He's in a decent position. He's got the Panda 3. He's got some good items. And the Demon Hunter is... Oh, if he gets surrounded here, he might die. This is scary. Oh wait, he has a staff, right? Yeah, he has a staff as well. So he's also doing this safely. Very strong game by LawLiet. Well, by both, honestly. They've both played this pretty much flawless. And now this will be decided by late game micro. Third hero time? Yes, Naga. Lich and Naga, very low level. But if this game keeps dragging out, they could still get to high levels. Two hippos in the air. But we have web. Fairy dragons coming in now. Interesting. Against the statues. The hippo count doesn't seem to be high enough. Hippos webbed and killed right away. Drunken Hate's Breath of Fire comes in against the ghouls. The heal scrolls are still available. Panda getting targeted has to use Invo Potion. Breath of Fire once again. Some ghouls are going down. The bears, of course, having decent damage. Invo Potion on the Demon Hunter also forced. Panda now exposed. Heal scroll used. Invo something. Oh! The TP! He tried to transfer the staff! But he wasn't quite fast enough. Oh, that's very painful. The first big mistake in this game for LawLiet ever, after having played this so well. And that one hurts. Lich now level 2. Naga getting closer to it as well. There's still a heal scroll available for 1-2-0. I think LawLiet Engaged a bit too early, maybe. Only 2 hippogriffs were not enough. And that was looking rough. Very rough for the Night Elf. More and more fiends coming in from the main. Oh, he cancelled the armor upgrade earlier. But 2-0 still have good damage. Bears on 1-1 in the meantime. Demon on the front line still trying to do his best. He pops the mana potion. Mana on the other side is very low everywhere. Can he hold on maybe? Imagine if the panda was here. Imagine if he had been saved earlier. He's waiting for the panda to revive. Halfway finished. I see a lot of dryads now. Not so many bears anymore. Trying to heal up from the Moonwells as much as he can. There is Wellspring, so lots of regen. But now the unit's getting caught without the hero backup and they can be sniped easily. Berserker goes down. That's more experience at level 2 for the Naga. She's got Fog Lightning now. If only she had the mana. One Fiend finally goes down. There is a Dust. Demon Hunter close to 4. That would be a big level up for him. DK also taking some damage. Heal Scroll still 4-0 in the inventory. Demon Hunter has to pop the potion. Bears are in. New Rejuve coming through, but the Dispel is there right away. The Destroyer's in the right position. Naga losing a lot of health right now. It might be time for that Heal Scroll finally. Naga still getting chased. But LawLiet perhaps over-chasing. Trying to go for the Naga. He loses the Demon Hunter just as the Panda came back. Got a bit too hungry for that Naga. He might get her in the end. But that was too expensive. So many Dryads dying for it. And you can see LawLiet, perhaps his face in his hands, has given this one up. It's GG. And another 3-0 for 1-2-0. After beating Focus yesterday. Today it's a 3-0 against LawLiet. It seems like nothing can stop this man. Making it to the grand final, not dropping a single map. And will take on Sok tomorrow for the championship.